These rhino calves love their muddy pool, leaving only when they see their keepers. That signals feeding time at the Center for Wildlife Rehabilitation and Conservation in Kaziranga. The calves are aged between 1 and 5 years old and still require their daily milk. But bottles have replaced breast milk. The rhinos' mothers were killed either by poachers or in annual floods.
Even when I'm at home or holiday, or have to take a day's leave, my mind stays here. I feel like being with them all the time.
Early pre-monsoon storms offer a glimpse into the heavy rains and floods that kill dozens of people and animals in the northeastern state of Assam each summer. More than 60 rhinos have died in the past 3 years. The Kaziranga National Park is home to several protected and endangered species, but it's the conservation success of the one-horned Indian rhino that has turned this park into a World Heritage Site. Indian rhinos were once close to extinction. In 1905, there were just 75 left. Today, there are close to 3,000, and Kaziranga is home to more than 80% of them. But the demand for rhino horns in neighboring Southeast Asia remains a huge threat. The conservation status of the Indian rhino was shifted from endangered to vulnerable in 2008. But with the ever-present threat of poaching, wildlife wardens say letting their guard slip could once again turn the tide against the animal known as the Indian unicorn. Poachers killed 24 rhinos in the last 2 years. So far this year, they've killed 3.
And nowadays the poachers are coming with sophisticated weapons, AK series rifles for, poaching inside the park. And therefore we also need to, protect the rhinos, and that's why we are strengthening our anti-poaching measures.
This means replacing old guns and aging guards with better weapons and younger staff, which is a struggle due to underfunding. Outside the park gates, heavy traffic and speeding vehicles through wildlife corridors also pose a threat. The challenges are many, but Assam's rhinos have conservationists and the public on their side.
See, rhino is our identity. That's what the people of Assam feels. Rhino is our pride. Rhino is our identity. It's our state animal.
Wildlife teams are once again getting ready for this year's flood rescues, but their main mission remains ensuring the long-term survival of the one-horned rhino. Pearly Jacob, Al Jazeera, Kaziranga National Park, Assam.